Yo, what's up people? Welcome back to my channel. Today it is a very special day because I'm starting my video critiques, yes, the Inox video critiques. And I'm starting it with somebody really special because I saw him for the first time, I think about a year ago, something like that, on my, scrolling through my Instagram. And I've been following his work, and he's a really good waver, a really good popper. He's been winning a lot of online competition and stuff. And his name is Koi, yeah. And yeah, he also has a brand of clothing. He designs his things, and it will be really nice if you can actually follow his work and his brand because it is definitely worth it. So we're gonna start the video critique. And how does this work? Very simple, almost the same as what I did with the waving battle that Wavecam presented, Waves Within. I'm gonna watch the video, the clip, and then I'm gonna go in depth about it. I will try to explain as deep as I can, and without making this video way too long. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna start it out. I'm gonna have my earbuds here. Very important thing, I don't have to flip a coin. Yeah, that is a very important thing. All right, let's start. Nice. Okay. All right. I love this song, by the way. Okay. Okay. Very nice. Nice idea. All right. Okay. Okay. Yes, very nice round. All right, let's go deep now. Okay, let's gonna start with the very first thing I noticed is that Koi is maybe using a mirror. I'm not sure. But I'm recommending you to not use mirrors when you practice. Here's the thing. When you are in front of a mirror, the whole purpose of the mirror is to how can I say it, to reflect your image. So when you have a mirror, you feel like you must watch that reflection to perfect your movement. I don't think being in front of a mirror is a really good idea when you're doing a freestyle and you're not, how can I say it, drilling an exercise. I think when you're freestyling around, you need to focus more than on perfection. You should be focusing more on your overall freedom, your texture, your musicality, your creativity. So I don't think using a mirror is a good thing. And what can I say? It's even worse if the whole round I see that you're looking at the mirror. Why? Because you're missing so many opportunities to create something great. For example, let's say that you're dancing in front of a mirror, yeah? And you're watching the mirror, but you're losing this, because there is a mirror and you feel like you should be watching it. Because if not, what's the purpose of having a mirror, right? So I recommend always to not record yourself in front of a mirror, because, well, not only recording but practicing in front of a mirror on a freestyle round, because I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's giving you anything else that is important. If you want to use a mirror, you can use it while you're how can I say it, drilling, or making like a routine or something like that. But I don't really recommend it when you're just freestyling. Okay, the second thing is that if a round is based on waving or any other style that requires effecting, not effecting, but like effects, there is a very special word that Two-Face told me once, some years ago in Germany. He was like, if you're not paying attention to your waves, nobody will pay attention to your waves. What does this mean? When you're waving, yeah, for you like this. When you're waving and you're just looking somewhere else, yeah, or like creating something, and you're just looking somewhere else. Normally, people pay attention to your face first, and then they see your whole body. Yeah, when you're watching a dancer, the first thing you see is the upper body part, basically your face. If you're not focusing your energy on that wave is not gonna get attention. For example, it's not the same doing this as doing this. If I'm watching my own waves, then I'm paying attention to my waves. Then you will pay attention to my waves also. It is a very, how can I say it, like small thing, but it creates a universe of differences. Yeah, it's not as in how can I say it? It doesn't have the same impact, creating an effect, boom, and then whatever, you're like boom, yeah, then doing boom, boom, yeah, it is not the same. So you should aim for paying attention to your body, to your effects, to your textures, whatever. And paying attention, I mean, yeah, using your eyes. If you want to lie to the spectator, I do this a lot. It's like I'm focusing on one thing, then I like boom, and coming back. That helps a lot because you're creating an illusion only with your sight, with your eyes, and how they focus on things. For example, let's say that you want to wave, you can do this, but if you do this, people will follow it better. Even you can create waves without doing an actual wave, only using your sight, and people will be able to understand it. Let's say that I do this, yeah, and now I do this. Well, I didn't do a wave, but you just imagine that a wave was passing through. That's how important it is. It is really, really important to pay attention to what you're doing. So yeah, that's the first thing. Let's go. All right. Remember, don't use mirrors when you're freestyling, and use your eyes, your face to focus, to make us focus also on your dance. Okay. Second thing I realized, this is gonna happen through all the video, But if I slow this down, because maybe you need to see it with the slow. Here's the thing: when you trace a wave, you're supposed to trace exactly where the wave is going, if that is the concept, yeah. And this is the concept right here. So if you're tracing, yeah, you don't want to start moving a part of your arm or your limb or body part, whatever, before the trace hits that part. So imagine you're doing this, yeah. This might seem okay, but it's not, because what you should be aiming for is being, how can I say, perfect on the connection. So it's not the same doing this and this as doing this, 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 and this, or this, and this. What you're doing is really tracing a wave. If you move it, if you isolate it before it's the right time, the effect is not that good, not that great. You can see it here. That hands are good, but this part is kind of like not on the perfect timing. And I don't mean perfect by saying that you have to be perfect, of course not. But you should be aiming for a good effect if you're doing that. So instead of doing this and moving the elbow so fast, try to give more importance to, for example, more focus on the shoulder, and then when you go from 1 to 2, wait until the fingers or the hand or whatever you're tracing with is there to mark the wave, to trace that wave. Important thing. Because it's not only about this mistake, it can also translate to other body parts, and you're just missing a lot of effect when you're doing that. Okay, yeah, let's do it a little bit faster. Yes, alright. Okay, I like the footwork. Alright. Okay, hands are good, but there's one thing that I focus a lot on, always or almost always, is that the duck hands when you wave. You know, I focus on that like with everybody. Thing is that again, I have a thing called in Spanish el punto de flotación. I don't know how to call it in English, but it means that if you're doing a wave and that for example you're doing it with your hand, yeah, and you're doing a really deep wave, if you go past that 90-degree line, it's not gonna look as good. If you do this, it's okay. At the moment you pass that line of 90 degrees, imagine there's a line here, yeah, and you go past it, then it's not gonna look as great. When you do this, it's okay. When you do this, it kind of looks like weird. It kind of has like an effect that is not desirable to the eye. And it's okay if that is the concept and you can kind of create it like this, kind of like really deep waves, but then you have to move the whole arm in a different way. But you're doing it with a hand, that is the left hand in this video, and the right is not doing the same effect. So I will be careful with that. Try to keep that line like this and not go too much. Same with the fingers, don't go here. It doesn't look as good. It creates a weird effect on the waves. Another thing here. Yeah, so I have to say this. When you have a concept or an idea, and a part of the song comes with lyrics, and you know the lyrics and you want to represent the lyrics, be careful with not cutting straight your concept just to get those lyrics. For example, when the lyrics say you or something like that, and you point, you're also breaking your the wave that was coming before. I think it was kind of like a trace with the body, yeah, and then it went to other part. I don't know why. Let's see again. Yeah, so you were actually tracing the body and then you left it, but there was no, how can I say it, there was no preparation to that concept. When you throw a concept, as basic as it might sound or look like just a trace, but you break it just to get something from the lyrics or from the music, it doesn't look as good as when you how can I say it, mix it well, when you produce a mix between that concept and the music, and it fits because you're not breaking any. Okay, let's continue. I'm just being really, really kind of like deep. Same problem with isolating before it's time. That neck isolation could be a little bit better. Okay, that cover is nice when it comes to the chest isolation, but be aware of your left hand. I don't know if this is your left or it's reversed, the video, something like that, but whatever. If you see the left arm, the left hand is doing a lot more work than the right hand. Check. Yeah, your right hand is kind of stiff and the other one is going in circles. You have to be careful with that because it creates a non-desirable effect, in my eyes. Okay, I'd say they're careful with connecting with the trays, the legs, and then going straight to the neck, because there's no connection between the legs and the neck as you did here. It might have been better to slow down your concept, slow down your movement, and show me the connection between the legs, the hips, the stomach, the chest, and then the neck and the head. You know, like a continuous wave. That would have been a little bit more effective. Okay, I'm missing a little bit more of mobility when it comes to like the spine. Okay. Okay. Careful there also. There's this effect with your left hand again that doesn't match really any part of the music or you know, a concept. For example, this is okay. It's going from side to side, but then check on your left hand. It's kind of like gonna do a weird effect that is not really appealing, because it doesn't really make sense when you're doing kind of like a fast thing, but it's a very small part of your body. You have to be careful because people is not going to be able to see it, and you're not going to be able to feel it either. So if you're going to create an effect, let me know why you're doing that, and the way to let me know that that is going to come, or that you're going to create something new as kind of like an effect, is by pointing it in a certain way. For example, let's say that I want to wave here slow and then create something fast. It's better if I do it first with my left, so you're already ready for the next thing in that concept, or showing me that effect with let's say a different body part. For example, imagine I do this and this, it's okay, but when I do this and this, it gets better. You're pointing in a very small part of your body, small part of your body, and you're pointing it with another, let's say, hand, and that's gonna give the viewer more info about the movement. If you see that, kind of like, it was like the first time I saw it, was like, what is that? Why does it look so weird? But then if you slow it down, for example, or if there's a part of the music that you're repeating with that concept, it gets better. If not, it gets kind of like weird. Okay. Nice, I like that. Very nice. Same again with the trace. Okay, that was good. Okay. And the back stuff, I like that. Okay. Alright. Hey, I like that. That's kind of like, it reminds me a lot of Jay's mode. That's dope. I don't see that much from people that is not him. What I see though is that you had a nice concept, a wave transforming into a taut line, then creating another wave. And I've been watching this for the whole, yeah, almost 2 minutes now. Is that there's maybe, there might be too many concepts underdeveloped. It is better to have one round with one concept, super developed concept, than having a thousand concepts in one round, because it's about quality, not quantity. I'm not looking. I don't want to see so many effects, different ideas, if they're not first well connected and second well developed. So instead of doing ta 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 and then creating the wave, keep it pa pa pa, okay, boom, pa 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 pa, okay, boom, pa 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 pa, okay, boom, and go with the wave, transforming it into a thought, and keep that idea flowing until you have another idea that comes from that idea. Yeah, not breaking it. That was cool, but then starts with a glide and then it's lost. That was a really nice concept, but you kind of like lost it. This video will be so much better without a mirror, because I will see you turn and just look everywhere, kind of like feel your dance way more. Oh, is that inspired by joking? I like that. Maybe it's not inspired by joking, but I like that. Okay, nice. Okay. Alright. Okay, I like that effect. Okay, see, again, it is a very small effect. It is a kind of like a fixed point with your hand, where you do kind of like this and then you follow it. Alright. Again, when you do a very small thing, it better be slow so people can understand it, because yes, I'm a trained dancer. I can see that you're doing that and I can recognize as a fixed point, and that is a good effect. But when you do it too fast, first of all, you're not feeling that as you should feel it. When you do a fixed point, you should feel like your energy is like leaving one point but still remaining that fixed point. Yeah, but it's a little bit too fast. And again, you did it once with like that, and then you did it like this, but there's so much more you can develop with a concept like that. You could have done it with your head, with your shoulder, with your elbows, hell, even connecting legs and arms. But again, you gave priority to making another concept instead of developing that concept. Same with like the crystal box. I know you're gonna do again. Okay, what do you have more? You transform it in a wave, but it's lost. It's like you can transform that into a crystal, and you're gonna transform it into a wave. Okay, but let me know the crystal is still there. The wall, sorry, not crystal, but the wall is still there. If you wanna wave, maybe put it here and start like kong 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 kong, and then mark it, and then play like you have a box. You have that wall that was you were going around. Try to make it smaller. Try to, I don't know, imagine you grab it like this, and then you put it closer to you, and you play with that. If you really want to create concepts, try to be as deep as you can. Okay. I'm still missing a little bit more connection when it comes to your hips and your chest. Like there's that small area in your body that is really important, that I don't think you're paying enough attention to. All right. Okay. So first of all, the trace waves, they have to be more on the time with your hand, with your marking hand, with your tracing hand. Connection between hips and chest, not using a mirror, trying to focus your sight, your face, your eyes on your waves, so we can also focus on that and it's easier for us to follow. What else? Musicality wise, it was really good, really good. But yes, when it comes to creativity, those concepts are really nice actually. There's a few that I haven't seen in a long time, or just I haven't seen at all, but they need more development. I'd rather have one concept really developed, kind of like in a story, than a lot of concepts. I think one dancer that really, how can I say it, does this in a really brilliant way is Frantic. Frantic, instead of creating 1,000 effects or concepts, he does one or two concepts, but he develops the story of that concept so much, instead of doing this and this just because this. He goes and he grabs something, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, and then clap, clap, boom, ba, boom. Okay, slower, boom, clap. Yeah. So it takes for a really small and at the first sight plain, simple, flat concept like a trace wave. He develops it into a full story, and that is something that I think is very important, and I think that is going to give you a lot of, how can I say, room for improvement. Overall, I really like your musicality. I really like your ideas. I really like the way you, how can I say, you isolate some body parts. Your hands are really nice. You play a lot with your legs, which is something that not many people do when it comes to waving or basically popping and concept creating. But I cannot unsee that is a missed opportunity to use your head more, to create simple but deep and strong concepts. I think that is a point to really look into. Also, I think you asked me how to connect waves better. Instead of thinking about connecting a wave to another wave, think as this. Think as having a wave transform into something. Not one wave connecting to another wave or one concept connecting to another concept, but making this concept big enough to not need a connection, to not need a bridge to other concept. Imagine having a concept so deep that you don't need connecting it to anything, because it is already a big enough concept. I think that that's very important. I think that's kind of like all for me. What I will say is that you might want to practice without the mirror. You might want to practice your small movements slower and try to create a story for them. Try to have that concept but deeper, and that's basically it. I really love the ideas you have. I really love the way you pop, of course. I really like your waves. I really like your musicality, but I think those are your weak points. That not using your head, not connecting in a good way, or just not being too flat sometimes. And I think that's basically all. I think that's all I have to say. It's already like, yeah, 30 minutes. So that's my video review for Koi. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you want to know how can I make a video for you guys, just send me a private message on Instagram and we'll talk about it. Of course, I'm gonna post on Instagram soon the prices and everything, so it's easier to access, so you have to ask me all at the same time. And but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So peace.